Hello everyone, my name is Chance. Today we are going to be coloring on black construction paper. Now, we're going to be using our color pencils as our materials. We have a few examples set up here for all of you, your viewing pleasure. I'm going to be drawing a leaf. This is one that I've already partially started for time, obviously. When you're using color pencils, you want to be working in layers, okay? You don't ever want to just go off the bat really hard, just getting all these colors, you can't mix them up, you can't blend them, you just want to go in layers, okay? At first, you always want to start with a base color. For me, this is going to be chartreuse for this leaf. I'm just going to do a little bit of it, a little bit more. Just for an example, you want to get a nice even coat, but it doesn't have to completely cover because the black is going to shine through a little bit until you get to the later parts, right? Then you want to come in with your slight highlight just so you know where it is. I'm going to be using yellow because our main color is green, and yellow is a really nice highlight instead of using a harsh white. Just going to go along the edge of this leaf over here. Okay, then we're going to come in with this darker green for a little bit of these shadows. This is olive green. Just going to be coloring along these little folds in the leaf over here. There we go. We don't want to add too much because remember, we're going in layers. Coloring with color pencils is a process. You have to trust the process, right? Now, we're going to even out all of this and we're going to just have a nice base green with this apple green. Just going to go over the entire thing like so. Now that we have our darker values in, because these are color pencils, we can actually kind of work from the darker values up to the brighter ones, especially because we're on black paper. You kind of want to start with the darker values first because those require less use of the color pencils. Right, so now we can go back in with our base color and kind of get it to shine all the way through. Like so. A little bit more up top. And now we can start working on our first raindrop because we have a nice base going on right here, right? So we're going to come in with our olive green again, right? And we're going to draw a little shadow for these raindrops just up top. These are going to be small raindrops up here. So these are going to be little semicircular shaped dots and dashes. When you're drawing realism as well, you always want to go for edges and dots and dashes rather than harsh lines because that can make it appear flat, not three-dimensional. That's what you're trying to do, right? So now that we have these little raindrops plotted in here, we can put our little highlight with our white because these are water, all right? So I'm going to do a little circle in each of these up here. Now we have our little highlights for these raindrops. We can come in with a little bit of yellow because some yellow will shine through water whenever you're doing a raindrop on a leaf. You want to press down a little harder at this stage because you have more color pencil on the paper. So you really want the color to shine through, especially because we're doing these small little lines over here. And now we can go through one more time with our shadow just for any extra little finishing touches. There we go. Go. One more. And boom. We have some simple little raindrops on a portion of the leaf. Now we're going to finish off this top portion before we go here. So we're going to grab our grass green. We're going to go over a little bit where our shadows were and all the way up to our edge, not line. And we're just going to color, make it more vibrant. You know, it's kind of dull at the moment using these minute, non-saturated colors. So that's what this color is for over here. We're going to come in with a little bit of yellow in the center just to accentuate the brightness of this green. And then a little bit of white because there's going to be some shine from, you know, the rain and everything. Just a slight bit of white. And now what I like to do is come in with one final round of our base color just to blend everything together really smoothly. That's the main use of this color, actually. For blending and other various like fixing you may have to do if you mess something up, you can always go over it. And as long as you use enough pressure, these color pencils can essentially erase each other. Now, speaking on pressure, since we have all of these layers on here, we're going to be pressing down a little bit harder than before. This will probably be the hardest you'll be pressing down on the paper in total, because these color pencils can easily rip through this paper. You don't want that. We're going to grab our olive green and just separate this little fold in the leaf right here, so we can see the little shadows. We're going to grab this grass green one more time. We're going to plot in the shadows again. Just really want to work in really slowly these shadows, because if you do it too fast, then you may do it wrong. And you don't want that. There we go. We'll come in with a new green that we're introducing. We're going to put in this, what is this? Lime Pel. It's very interesting. I'm going to sharpen this a little bit. If you were wondering, these color pencils are Prismacolor. They're Premier Series. I have a 48 pack of them. I love these color pencils. Like I said, they blend very well together. They have a good color selection, and if there's no colors in here that you need, you can always blend them to make the colors that you're missing. There we go. And this, just want a few more accents in these shadows on these raindrops. You really want to sell the raindrops, you know? And that should be all. This has been Coloring with Chance. I have put raindrops on this section of the leaf. I showed you how to do shadows, how to layer everything. I hope you learned a lot from this, and thank you for watching.